Hey guys, it's JP, and this time I'm going to talk about how to further strengthen the soleus muscle. Last week I showed you guys simple ways to load that muscle. However, if you really want to continue to strengthen the area, you can't stop there. This is because to strengthen muscles, you basically need to continue to challenge them. If you keep loads on the muscle the same, the muscles may get stronger initially, but the exercises may eventually not be considered challenging enough to produce a stimulus to get stronger. This is why we want to continue to progress these exercises to further build your strength. Now, how exactly you want to move forward and challenge these areas are actually more dependent on your goals, such as building strength, power, as well as working toward movement specific to your sport or activity. This can be done through a multitude of ways, such as adding weight, changing the tempo while you perform the movement, and changing the position of your body. For this video, I'll be going over even more exercise variations to further challenge the soleus. The first is the soleus wall sit leg raises. This is a progression to the soleus wall sit. This turns the wall sit into more of a dynamic activity which incorporates movement. Here, you will follow cues similar to the soleus wall sit from the previous video, such as imagining that you are sitting in a chair, as well as keeping the heels 1 to 2 inches elevated. However, this time, instead of keeping still, you will straighten out one leg. This places increased demands on the soleus muscle, as now the body is only supported by one leg instead of two. Then, you will continue to alternate sides as you do the exercise. The next exercise I will go over is the rear foot elevated single leg bent knee heel raise. This is a progression you can try after mastery over the bent knee heel raises I went over previously. This also follows similar cues such as keeping the knee stiff, pushing down through the big toe, and imagine that you're trying to touch the ceiling with your head as you rise up. The significant difference here is that one foot is placed on an elevated surface. Remember that this foot is just for support. This can be useful as this takes away the balance demands that would have been required if you were only on one leg. Now the third exercise I will go over is the elevated single leg bent knee heel raise. This is a more advanced progression of the single leg bent knee heel raise. Cues I commonly use for this are similar to the previous exercise, which are keeping the knee stiff, pushing down through the big toe, and imagine that you're trying to touch the ceiling with your head as you rise up. However, you are doing all this on one leg. I wanted to show you guys this one not only to show you a great exercise to really challenge yourself, but show you a way to make slight adjustments of any heel raise variation. This involves utilizing a 1 to 2 inch height surface. By placing the ball of the foot here, this now increases mobility demands of the activity and further challenges the muscle. And those are some exercises I wanted to go over. I hope you guys got a good understanding of how to further strengthen the soleus and ways to do so that fit your needs. Also, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'd love to hear your thoughts and any feedback you may have. And as always, thank you for watching.